Hi, Windrunner friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, and I just thought that I would hop on and read you a story. And this is a story that was lent to us by our friend Delaney, and it is called, the title is right here, After the Fall. I wonder if you could guess what character this story is about. Kind of looks like an egg-shaped man wearing clothes, and he's falling. Let's read and find out. How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. A story by Dan Santat. After the Fall. It's about Humpty Dumpty. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an old place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident. Fortunately, all the King's men managed to put me back together again. Kings County Hospital. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. I see he's sleeping on the floor instead of up high in his bed. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I see in this picture there are lots of fruity type cereals that probably taste really yummy to Humpty Dumpty up on the top shelf that he would have to climb a ladder to get to. And down here, it's boring flavors like cardboard, twigs and berries, leaves, grown-up food, fiber flakes, bland, boring cereals. Poor Humpty Dumpty. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city. But I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. Looks like he's really missing out on some things because he's so afraid of what could happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Does anybody know what that is? Let's find out. Oh, I see he's folding paper. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying. He looks a little frustrated, but he looks like he's going to keep trying until he learns. Until I got it just right. Wow, look at that paper airplane, or paper bird that he made. My plane was perfect. It flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, though, accidents happen. What do you think happened? Oh, they always do. I see his bird is flying over the wall. What do you guys think Humpty's going to do? Do you think he's just going to stay on the ground? What do you think he should do? Do you think he should try? Climb the ladder again? Face his fear? Let's see if he does. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. It's a little scary. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. Sometimes we do things that are hard, and sometimes we feel a little scared. But that doesn't mean we can't do them, right? I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. Look how proud he looks of himself. Look at all those birds. It's sunny up there. He did it. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Crack, crack, crack. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. And learned how to fly. Look, he became a bird.